Now online, there are no shortage of videos saying, don't say this. In an interview, don't say that. Avoid saying this. But in today's video, I want to do something different. I want to tell you things you should say. I'm going to give you 5 powerful phrases that if you say them in your interview, you will come off as a better candidate. Let's go. Hi everybody, I'm Ben White with Ben Talks Talent. I've got 12 years experience in interviewing, hiring, and recruiting, and I'm passionate about using my experience to help you become the best candidate possible and land your next job. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about powerful phrases you should say as a candidate in your interview to come off as a better candidate who is well suited for the position. But before we get into the main topics of the video, do me a favor, if you are new here, take 3 seconds, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then hit that notification bell. That way you never miss one of my 3 free weekly videos that are all designed to help you become a better candidate. And if you are not new, welcome back. What do you think of the shirt? It's not a V-neck, but I wanted to mix it up. Leave your opinions down below in the comments. All right, let's get into the video. Now, the first thing I want you to say is, I was so excited when I learned that this position was open. Now, some of you are thinking, that isn't powerful, I'm gonna click off, but don't click off. 1, there's still 4 more powerful phrases, but let me tell you why. Let me tell you why this is important. There is not a single recruiter, hiring manager, HR manager, or teammate out there who doesn't want to believe you want their role. If someone is interviewing you, believe me, they want you to want that role. They want to believe, Ben really wants this role. He's not really interested in every role. He's specifically interested in this role because this role is a great fit for him. This company's a great fit for him, and he is excited about it. So when you say that, what you're doing is you're affirming that yes, you are interested in this role. I gotta tell you, hiring is difficult. People drop out of the process. Candidates ghost recruiters and hiring managers too. That actually does happen. People accept other offers. People decide, you know what, I'm gonna stay where I'm at. That stuff happens and they always want to avoid it. Recruiters want to avoid it. Hiring managers want to avoid it. HR people want to avoid it. They all want to avoid it. So by you affirming that you were so excited when you heard the role was open, what you were directly saying to them is, I am interested in your company, I am interested in your role, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm the type of candidate you could hire, and you want them to believe that. The next thing I want you to say is, I have worked in this field for blank. That doesn't seem powerful, but when you say this to an HR person, or you say this to a recruiter, it is, because they don't understand the complexity and the nuances of the technical roles they might be working on. But what they do know is they need you to meet the minimum threshold of qualifications in order to be a fit. So when you say to them, I have worked in this field for 12 years, they're gonna look at that job description, they're gonna see, okay, required to have worked in talent acquisition for 10 years. It says 10, Ben said 12, Ben is qualified. That's important. So make sure you affirm that, yes, I have the experience you're looking for. Don't take it for granted that they know. Don't take it for granted that a recruiter is going to look at your resume and know that you have been in the field that entire time. Sometimes they lack some of that knowledge that is going to show them that you are indeed qualified. Leave no mystery here. Show them that you have been in the field, you have been doing this, you are qualified. Say it in no uncertain terms. The next thing I want you to say in your interview is, I was so impressed when I heard that your company did this. That seems simple, but it does a few things. Let's say you go on Google, let's say you type in the company name, let's say you hit the news button, and then you go and you read a few articles, recent articles about the company that you're interviewing with, right? Seems like a reasonable thing to do, seems smart to do, so do it. And then you're gonna see different things they've done. Maybe it was an acquisition, maybe it was a philanthropic act, they donated somewhere, maybe they did blank, whatever it is. But by stating that, right, saying to them, I was really impressed when I saw that your company did this, you're letting them know that 1, you are well researched. You went out there and you did your homework, and or you were very interested in them as a company, and you were paying attention to what's going on, and you are on the same page as them. I'm impressed is you co-signing it. I co-sign this activity. I co-sign that action. I co-sign that investment of time, whatever it is. So by saying to them, I was so impressed, you are basically giving off 2 or 3 positive signals. You were aware of them, you did your research, you agree with the actions you're taking. We're basically the same people. We're on the same page. That's what you're saying. The next thing is similar to something I said earlier, but I want you to state it simply. I have experience using blank. Now, this should ideally be a tool they are using, a software they are using, an ATS or an SLM or whatever it is that is required in the job description, whatever your field is, right? Think of something commonly used in your field. A methodology, a practice, a system, a technique. But again, this is really powerful when you're working with recruiters in HR because they might not understand the different acronyms and languages, and their level of specificity in terms of knowledge can be rather vague. But when you say to them, I specifically have done this, something that is in the job description, right? You're saying in the job description, bullet point 3, must have experience with blank, and you're letting them know I have blank. It's telling them you are qualified. Believe me, this might seem like it's repetitive here, but it's not. You need to let them know in no uncertain terms, you are absolutely, unequivocally qualified. It will always benefit you. The next thing I want you to say, and this one's a little bit of a trick, so congrats for staying this long because this is a valuable lesson, but what you want to say to them is, so what you're saying is. So what does this do? What does it do when you're saying, so what you're saying is? Well, in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships, that is what they would refer to as active listening. And active listeners mean you're not just sitting there reciting memorized answers, trying to say the perfect thing, being the perfect candidate. You're engaging with them. You are showing emotional intelligence by listening to them. It's not all about you, it's about them too. You're paying attention to them and you're taking an active participation in listening. It is really important. It shows you're engaged, it shows you care, and it shows that you're putting a focus on understanding. So again, it's a little thing. It is a little trick, but when someone is talking to you and they explain something to you, so you go, okay, so what you're saying is, and you kind of repeat it back to them in a way that isn't entirely patronizing, it isn't copying it word for word, but it's paraphrasing in a way that they know you understand the points they were making and you are absolutely listening and you care about it. The last thing I'm going to talk about is values. So if you go to a company website, you click on the About Us or Cultures or Value, whatever they call it on their specific website, and a bunch of words drop down and description of those words saying this, this, this. What you want to then say is, I was really inspired by your cultural values and how closely they align with my core beliefs, specifically blank. So let's say one of their values is passion. You can say, I was really inspired by your cultural values and how closely they align with my beliefs. Specifically passion. I'm a passionate person and everything I do, I like to do it with enthusiasm and give my best. So to see that on your website was really encouraging to me. What that is doing is a very simple trick when it comes to interviewing, and that's demonstrating value alignment. All recruiters, all HR people, most hiring managers are going to care about that, and the more prominently it is put on someone's website, so when it is an area of focus, it is prominently displayed, it means it matters to them. If you go to Apple's website, they've got page after page after page of their values and the story of their people and how their stories align with the values. Companies like that care about it, and it's not just Apple. A lot of companies put a ton of stock in finding a great cultural fit, being a good teammate, having good emotional intelligence. That is more important than ever. It is more prominently featured in identifying good candidates, and it makes sense for you to let them know that you are a value alignment fit. And by using this simple trick, you are absolutely demonstrating it. Well, there you go. That is everything I wanted to cover today. Good luck in your next interview. You got this.